In the luminous city of Medina, where the sun kissed the minarets and the call to prayer echoed like a gentle heartbeat, lived the noblest family the world had ever known. The Prophet Muhammad, the mercy to all mankind, had a daughter whose light outshone the stars, Bibi Fatima Zahra RA. She was known as a leader of the women of paradise, the pure one, the one whose name alone brought peace to troubled souls. Her life was woven with threads of hardship, yet she bore every trial with unbreakable patience and unbreakable love for Allah and His Messenger. Bibi Fatima's days were filled with devotion. She ground barley with her own hands until they blistered and bled, carried water from distant wells until her shoulders ached, and swept the humble home she shared with her husband, Hazrat Allah RA, the Lion of Allah. Despite the poverty that often knocked at their door, her heart was rich with contentment. She never complained, never asked for more than what Allah provided. Her nights were spent in prayer, her tears watering the floor in tahajjud as she sought closeness to her Lord. One evening, as the golden hues of sunset painted the sky, Bibi Fatima sat beside her father, the Prophet. The air was still, filled with the scent of dates and the distant murmur of the city settling for the night. She had been thinking deeply, her mind wandering to the promises of the hereafter. She knew the honors Allah had bestowed upon her, how the angels greeted her, how Jannah itself yearned for her arrival. Yet a quiet question lingered in her pure heart. "Yet a body," she whispered softly, her voice trembling with humility. "Tell me truly, among the women, who will enter Jannah first?" The Prophet looked at his daughter with eyes full of love and a trace of sorrow. He knew the weight of what he must reveal. For a long moment, he remained silent, as if weighing whether the truth would wound her tender soul. Finally, he spoke, his words gentle yet firm. "My dear Fatima," he said, "a simple woman, the wife of a poor woodcutter who lives on the outskirts of Medina, will enter Jannah before you." The words hung in the air like a thunderclap in a clear sky. Bibi Fatima's eyes widened in shock. Her lips parted, but no sound came. Tears welled up instantly, glistening like pearls on her cheeks. She, the daughter of the Prophet, the mistress of the women of both worlds, preceded by an unknown woman, a woodcutter's wife? The thought pierced her like a hidden arrow. "JazakAllah," she managed, her voice breaking. "How can this be? What has she done that I have not? I have spent my life in service to you, to Allah, enduring hunger, hardship, and love for the sake of this deen." The Prophet placed his blessed hand on her head, comforting her as only a father could. "Do not grieve, my daughter. Allah's mercy is vast and His justice perfect. This woman's deeds are hidden from the eyes of people, but they shine brightly before Allah. Go to her home tomorrow. See for yourself, and you will understand why Allah has chosen her for this honor." That night, Bibi Fatima could not sleep. Her mind raced with questions. Who was this woman? What secret act of worship had earned her such a rank? The twist of divine decree twisted in her heart. Humility mixed with curiosity, sorrow with anticipation. The next morning, as the first light touched the horizon, Bibi Fatima set out alone. She walked through the narrow streets of Medina, past bustling markets, until she reached the humble outskirts where the poor lived. There, in a small mud hut with a thatched roof, she found the home of the woodcutter and his wife. The woodcutter was away collecting firewood in the distant hills, but his wife welcomed Bibi Fatima with open arms. She was a simple woman, her face weathered by sun and toil, her hands rough from years of labor. Yet her eyes sparkled with a quiet joy that Bibi Fatima had rarely seen. "Salam alaikum, daughter of the Prophet," the woman said, bowing her head in deep respect. "What brings the light of Medina to my poor home?" Bibi Fatima returned the greeting and sat on the simple mat. She did not reveal the purpose of her visit immediately. Instead, she observed. The home was bare, no fancy rugs, no silver utensils. A few dates, a loaf of dry bread, and a jug of water were all that adorned the corner. As they spoke, Bibi Fatima learned the woman's daily life. Her husband rose before dawn to gather wood, selling it in the market for barely enough to feed them. Yet they never complained. The woman spent her days in dyke, caring for orphans in the neighborhood, and sharing whatever little they had. But the true story, the twist that would change everything, unfolded when Bibi Fatima gently asked about her routine. "Every day," the woman began, her voice soft, "my husband brings home what he earns. Sometimes it's little, sometimes nothing. But I have made a promise to Allah. Whatever comes into this home, I will divide it into 3 parts. 1 part for us to eat, 1 part for the neighbors who are poorer, and 1 part one save in secret, not for myself, but for something greater." Bibi Fatima listened intently. The woman continued, "Years ago, I saw how the orphans suffered. Many had no mother, no food, so I began saving the 3rd part in a hidden cloth under floor. Slowly it grew. I never told my husband. He would have insisted we use it for ourselves. But I wanted it to be pure for Allah alone. When the cloth became heavy, I would secretly buy food, clothes, and medicine and deliver them at night to the orphans' homes, never letting them know who sent it. I did this for years, hiding my face in the darkness, so no one would praise me. Only Allah knows." Bibi Fatima's heart trembled. This was no ordinary charity. This was hidden Sadaqah jariyah, ongoing charity done in utter secrecy, without seeking fame or reward from creation. "But there's more," the woman whispered, her eyes filling with tears. "One winter, a terrible famine struck. My husband fell ill from hunger. We had nothing left. The saved cloth was almost empty. That night, I prayed to Allah, begging for mercy. In my desperation, I took the last of the grain we had and cooked a small meal for my husband. But as I served him, an orphan child knocked at the door, crying from hunger. My heart broke. Without thinking, I gave the entire meal to the child. My husband saw this and smiled weakly. 'You have fed Allah's guest,' he said. 'Allah will feed us.' The next morning, a miracle happened. A caravan passing through Medina stopped near their hut. The leader, moved by a dream, gifted them enough food and money to last months. The woman saw it as Allah's reward for that final act of sacrifice. Bibi Fatima wept openly now. The twist was profound. This woman's every act was wrapped in Ikhlas sincerity. No one knew, no applause, no recognition. Yet Allah, the knower of hidden things, recorded it all. The woman concluded, "I do not seek high ranks. I only wish to meet my Lord with a clean heart. If he accepts even one of my deeds, it is enough." Bibi Fatima embraced her, tears mingling. "You have taught me what true nobility is," she said. "Your hidden patience, your secret generosity, these are the keys to Allah's pleasure." When Bibi Fatima returned home, she went straight to her father. The Prophet was waiting as if he knew. "Yet a body," she said, her voice steady now. "I have seen her. I understand. Her deeds are like mountains in the scale of Allah, built in silence. I am content. Let her enter first, for in Jannah, ranks are not about lineage, but about purity of intention." The Prophet smiled, his eyes shining. "My daughter, on the day of judgment, when the gates of Jannah open, you will ride in honor. But that woman will hold the reins of your steed, guiding you in, yet your status remains supreme. For you are Fatima, the one who intercedes for her Shia, the one whose grief for Hussein will move the heavens. Allah delays your entry not as punishment, but so you may bring countless souls with you. The first in rank is you, but in one moment of divine surprise, her secret Sadaqah grants her that initial step, to humble the greatest and elevate the smallest." The twist deepened. Bibi Fatima's, not entering first, was no demotion. It was elevation. She waits at the gate, her intercession pulling her followers in, while the woodcutter's wife enters ahead in that single symbolic act, proving Allah's love for the hidden righteous. Years passed. Bibi Fatima faced trials, loss of her father, injustices, illness, but her heart remained anchored in that lesson. She taught her sons Hassan and Hussein the value of secret good deeds. Her life became a beacon. On the day of judgment, as foretold, the call echoes, "Lower your gazes." Fatima, daughter of Muhammad, approaches. Angels part. She rides in splendor. Yet ahead, a humble woman holds a light, smiling in gratitude. Bibi Fatima turns the soul she intercedes for and says, "Enter, for the mercy of Allah is boundless." And so, the story teaches, Never underestimate the power of hidden sincerity. What seems last in the eyes of people may be first in Allah's. Bibi Fatima's rank is unmatched, but the woodcutter's wife reminds us all, true greatness lies in deeds no one sees but Allah. If this story touched your heart, hit that subscribe button right now for more soul-stirring Islamic stories, lessons from the Ahlul Bayt, and reminders of Allah's infinite mercy. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could change your akira. JazakAllah khair. May Allah grant us all Jannah through hidden good deeds. Ameen.